Hey everyone, James Breeze here. Welcome to today's webinar. We'll be getting going shortly. If you can please introduce yourselves in the chat box. Please say hi, let us know where you're from. It'll be good to know where you're from, and we'll be get going in the next couple of minutes. So if you can let me know if you can hear me loud and clear, we'll just do our audio checks and make sure you can hear me as well, and make sure you can see the screen. It should be a real simple results on the Strength Matters logo screen in front of you. Hopefully, please let me know in the chat box to make sure that you have full audio and full visual capabilities. We'll get going very shortly. Hey everyone, okay, we're back with live now. About 60 seconds till the start. 60 seconds till we start. I see Talita from Derby, the physio, is here with us. Hey Talita, how you doing? You're Kev from Kildare. You can hear the audio loud and clear before. Please let me know you can still hear the audio. All our checks seem to be fine, but please let us know if you have any issues now so we can sort it out before we get started. If you haven't introduced yourselves yet, please do in the chat box. That is our main form of communication. We also have a Q&A box here where you can ask your questions and we can answer them. It's a great way to do it throughout the talk, throughout the presentation, so I can take control and actually know where the questions are so we don't get lost in the chat box. So please open up the Q&A box. Use that as the best way so I can answer questions at set places. You can ask questions throughout, but I'll try and stop in certain places to allow me to answer them properly rather than talk mid-flow. But please ask away as much as you possibly can. We're getting going in the next couple of seconds. The last few people are trying to join us right now, and we'll be going through very soon. All right, got my cup of tea. It's 9 p.m. here in the UK. Let me know where you are and all. Who else we got involved? We've got Kevin from Kildare, we've got Talita from Derby. I'm in Wales today. Came back from Munich yesterday. Been in Munich for the last 4 days performing and speaking at Perform Better down in Munich. It's been wonderful. But nice to be back in Wales before we're heading off to New York City this weekend. So you got me in the UK at 9 p.m. at night. All right, we got Rob from the Scottish border as well. Fantastic. All right, bit of a British contingent. Any Americans, any other Europeans here? Let us know. Aussies are just waking up as well, I do believe. We've got a few trying to sign on now. But all right, so a couple more seconds. Let the last few people try and sign in. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a hell yes if you're ready to get going. And guys, I love to make these things as interactive as possible. So the more questions you feed back into me, the more I can answer with. We're going to go through the systems today, and I'll tell you a bit more about what about we're going to learn today. But please be as interactive as possible. Get your pens and papers ready, get your notepads ready, and we'll dive on in with all the questions. All right, food tea ready to go? Who's ready to go? Who is ready to go? Give me a thumbs up, give me a hell yes, give me something in the chat box. Let me know that you're ready to go so we can get going. All right, we got a thumbs up. Kim's giving us a raised hand. Oh yeah, there's a raised hand option as well, people. If you want to raise your hands and say hell yes, it's throughout the whole thing as well. Fantastic. All right, Kim, Talita's ready. Everyone else is ready. Let's do this. Okay, so welcome everybody. I'm James Breeze from Strength Matters, founder, CEO, or aspiring CEO, as I like to call myself these days. Welcome to the webinar. Before we get going, if this is your first time coming to one of our webinars, obviously, Strength Matters is our name. We're talking about strength today, but we have 3 overriding principles that govern everything that we do within the company. And that is the motto, the mantra, real, simple results. Everything I'm sharing with you today is real world. We are using it in the real world with our clients. It is what we're using today. It's real, it works, and you can apply it straight away come tomorrow, hopefully, with your clients or with yourselves, depending on where you are and what you're doing. It's simple. Our motto about a mantra behind the scenes also is if you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't really understand it yourself. It's got to be simple to implement. May not be. It's a lot more complex. We say a mile deep, inch wide. That's what we talk about. And the third and final thing, it's got to be producing results. If it doesn't produce results, we throw it out. So this is the mantra. This is what we base our whole company off. This is what we do when we're training people. It's so important. Just real, simple results. That's what we're all about. So today's webinar is the ultimate guide to strength, what everyone aged 30 plus ought to know about strength training for improving athletic performance and living a pain-free active lifestyle. Who here wants to improve athletic performance of some kind and live a pain-free active lifestyle until they're 80 years old? Any hands up? Give me hell yeses. Who wants to do this? I certainly do. That is my goal. This is what we're trying to do, and this is what we're all about. Now, when we call it the ultimate guide to strength, I have 60 minutes with you guys today. I cannot tell you the entire secrets of Strength Matters and what we do. I'm going to give you the best bang for your buck things that we talk about, the philosophies, the principles, how we put programs together, and the ideas that govern each and every one of them. Is that okay? So there's a lot more to this. I can't give you absolutely 1,000,000% of what we do here, but I'll do my best in the next hour and we'll go from there. So this is what the webinar is about. This is what we're going to do. Let's dive on in. So as I say to everyone before we start, this is for everyday people aged 30 plus who want to create a sustainable and lifelong change without sacrificing performance. So if this is not you, this isn't a webinar for you today, okay? This is not for you. This is for people aged 30 plus who want to create sustainable and lifelong change without sacrificing performance. So if you're under the age of 30, if you more care about 6-pack abs and like getting, dropping 100 pounds in 2 days by doing something crazy, that's not you. This is for lifelong change, okay? We're looking for the lifelong picture. What we say is that how can we make you better when you're 80 years old? If you're thinking this is going to be something else, if you want to learn the secrets of the super strong in 30 days or less, that's not what we are. This is about lifelong, meaningful change, just so that you guys know. So the other thing is we want to get athletic performance, but not at the expense of living a pain-free, active lifestyle, okay? We want people to live a pain-free, active lifestyle. Being athletic doesn't mean at the expense of not living a pain-free lifestyle. And it's for those people who want to get their athletic bodies back. This is what the topic's about today. This is who it's for. If it's not for you, then guys, then I'm sure we'll have another webinar for you at some point along the way. But this is for the people today who it's going to be for. All right, one thing. Please stay to the end. If you stay to the end, I'll let you know how you can get our full assessment system for free. So please stay to the end and I'll make sure you guys get all our assessment systems for free. We'll be doing some of the assessments that we do for strength, not all of them because we haven't got time today, but we'll cover the main ones and the main basics behind it. So please stay to the end and I'll make sure you get these assessments. All right, so let's get going. Life after 30. Who here is over the age of 30 years old? Who here is over the age of 30 years old? Please give me your hands up. Give me a wave. Give me something. Lots of people here. Yep. Don't worry. I am too. Okay. I am too. And yep, life changes when you get over 30, right? Isn't just me, but everything starts to change. Apparently it gets even worse when you get over 40, 50, 60, but I haven't experienced that yet. But anyway, life after 30. lots of strange things apparently start happening. One of the random facts I Googled a few weeks ago was that apparently you start growing hair in weird places. That's one of the biggest complaints you have when you get over the age of 30, apparently. Anyway, after 30, things start to change. We all know that we start losing muscle mass and strength over the age of 30. It's between 3 and 5% per decade up to the age of 75, where it gets even faster. However, studies have recently shown that at the age of 55 now, people are losing strength even quicker because of the sedentary lifestyle that we lead. The point is that after 30, things are changed. You need to change the way you train. You cannot get away with the things you're doing in your 20s as long. You've got to be more specific. You've got to be more precise. And you've got to be more controlled with what you do and follow a specific system and aim to do certain things better, i.e. movement quality first. That's important. Otherwise, you fall trap to everything else that goes wrong. You get injured. You get stuck in your ways. Everything starts to go wrong. So you've got to be better with your training when you're 30 plus. And I call it like a bank account, like a savings bank account. You've got to create this wealth of your body for the more you age, because we are fighting against the Grim Reaper essentially. That's our our battle between now and the age of 100 years old. We've got to fight it off. So our goal is to share the tips and tactics we can stay as healthy and as fit and as active as possible for as long as possible. Talita says definitely things are getting even harder after 40. Only 3 years till 50, so I'll let you know what that's like then. Yep, apparently when you hit 50, everything falls apart, Talita. I don't know. I just hear rumors. That's all I know. Anyway, that's the point, okay, guys, today. Things after 30 change. You've got to train smarter, okay? So some of you may be struggling with your current training routine and not seeing results. That's okay, because it's not your fault. There's so much misinformation out there in the world today. We don't know where we go to. We don't know where to go to. Some people say this. Some people do this. We specialize in training people over the age of 30. Okay, that's our speciality. We're not talking to elite people. We do a few elite people, but our specialty is people over 30. So we're going to try and get rid of that confusion, wade through it all, and get to the stuff that really matters and works. Right? You can make significant strength gains after the age of 30. We see it, we do it. I'm doing it to myself at the moment while I'm getting my athletic body back from the things and how I've trained over the last few years. But we're seeing some significant gains. People are getting fitter, stronger in their 30s, 40s, and 50s than they've ever been in their life before. So you can do it, okay? Not your fault if you're struggling. I'm going to show you the things and the tips and how we can help you achieve them as well, okay? So my goal today is threefold. I have 3 goals today. 1, I want to share the 3 essential components for strength training. I want to share with you the Strength Matters Layer 2 strength assessments, or the main ones. I can't go through all of them because we haven't got time on here today, but I'll go through the main ones that we need to know so you can assess yourselves and see where you're at. And I'm going to show you how to put together the perfect strength training plan together for the everyday athlete over 30. Okay, so those are my 3 goals today. That's what we're going to learn today. I'm going to share the 3 essential components of strength training, show you the Strength Matters Layer 2 assessments, and I'm going to show you how to put it all together. How does that sound? Is that okay with everyone? Is everyone happy with where we're going to go today and what you're going to learn? Give me a thumbs up, give me a hell's yes, give me some interaction in the box. I hope you're making lots of notes. The other option as well is please take screenshots as we go along throughout today's webinar. And also you'll be able to access this webinar for the next 3 days afterwards as well. So you can always watch the replays. Okay, is everyone with me? Everyone with me? Everyone still want to learn this? All right, we haven't lost anybody yet. We've got more people joining us, which is even better. So give me a thumbs up, give me a hell yes, as I take a sip of my tea before we get going to the next slide. All right, cool. Everyone's good to go. But first, this is important. Who the hell is James Breeze? Well, as I go, if you are new to Strength Matters, okay, I'll give a quick spiel who I am so you get to know who you're talking to today. That's me on the left-hand side. That's my fancy headshot taken a couple of years ago in Chicago. That's me when I was shaving my head. That's me sitting on the front of that tractor as a fat 5-year-old kid. Yep, that was me until I discovered the world of sports and everything changed. Everything changed. That's me at 5 years old. That's me on the left-hand side in Chicago. I just got a bit more hair on my head these days. Massive into my sports. I live an active outdoor lifestyle. I love snowboarding. That's me in Morzine this year. I spent 2 years as a snowboarding guide. I love the mountains. I love team sports, rugby, cricket. I want to be active. I train to be outside the gym. Okay, I do my stuff in the gym to be active outside. That's why I want to help you live an active lifestyle. And I want to keep doing this until I'm 100+ years old. I want to be that crazy snowboarder on my snowboard at 100 years old. That's my goal. That's what I'm trying to do. That's who I am. Back in 2011, I was still in the police. Okay, I started my fitness career in the police, and that's one of only 2 photos that exist of me. That's the end of the London riots of what everyone thinks is 3 or 4 days, but that's actually end of 6 weeks of hell. That's one of only 2 photos that exist of me in the police. So that was me back in 2011 when I started my fitness career in amongst the police around 2008, 2009, and that's where my expertise come from, working with elite level units in there, which are then transferred into the everyday market. First company was Kettlebell Fever, and then I transitioned to Strength Matters because, it's quite simply, no one really knows this, but I put Strength Matters on a t-shirt. We are going towards a more education-based system anyway. We sold more t-shirts in a week than we had done in 3 years, just because the word Strength Matters on it, and that's how the name of the company came about. So, brief history of me, so you guys know who you're talking to. If you have any questions about that, please fire them through as well. But anyway, for those who don't know who I am, that's a little bit of background on what I do. And I'm from Wales. Yep, Wales is not England. I'm Welsh. There you go. But I supported England in the football last night. There you go. Congratulations, England. All right. So my mission is quite simple. I want to help 10,000 everyday people aged 30+ reclaim their athletic bodies and live a pain-free, active lifestyle by 2022. That is my goal. That is what I'm standing for. And this is why I'm sharing all this information with you guys today. And hopefully, if you're professionals over out there or just everyday people, we can share this knowledge as well, or we can help even more people. Okay, that's my mission. That is my goal. This is what Strength Matters is all about, and this is what we specialize in. So, who's ready to learn? That's the intros, that's the starting points. Who's ready to learn, to dive into today's webinar and see exactly what we have on offer? All right, Talita's put the hands up. Anyone else raising their hands, or is everyone now fast asleep? Hopefully still with me. Hopefully you can still understand me. All right, yes, yes, yes. Kevin's raised his hand as well. All right, sipping my drink, and we're good to go. All right, so for those who've been with Strength Matters a while, for some people this may be the first time you do it, I need to go, before we start talking about strength training and our guide to strength training, how we do things, I need to give you a quick recap of the Strength Matters hierarchy of athletic development. This is the most important thing that I'll share with you today. You need to know the system. You need to know the thought process of how we put these things together. So I'm going to give a quick recap of what that is. There's other webinars we've done on this more specifically, but you need to know a quick recap to put things in perspective today. So, if there's 3 words we can define Strength Matters as, it's athleticism, health, and longevity. Those are the 3 words I want to think about. We want to make people athletic, but not at the expense of their health and longevity. We want to make you better when you're 80 years old. We want to make you ready to handle anything that life throws at you, any single day, anytime. We're not about periodization. We're not about peaking at certain points in life. We want to make you battle ready to handle every day life, no matter what it throws at it. If you want to go running, if you want to go jumping, if you want to go hiking, if you take on the stress of the world at work, we want to make you ready to take it all on. That is our goal. This is what we're about. But we had an issue about what athleticism was. So we had to define what athleticism is for us and to make sure we can work towards a system and a hierarchy and a framework to make us do everything better. So we've defined athleticism as having 10 key components. Those 10 key components are balance and coordination, strength, speed, power. Balance and coordination, strength, speed, power. By the way, these are in no particular order. Then we got stability, mobility, cardiovascular capacity, agility, mental resilience, and endurance. Those are the 10 components that we have. That's what we believe makes up complete fitness. They're not in no particular order, but those are what we debated about for years, months, days, hours. My God, it was long with all the team. But this is what we defined as having the 10 key core components. This is what complete athleticism is to us. This is what we believe is complete fitness. Okay? Excuse me. I got hiccups. I do apologize. I'm going to sip of water. All right. So, to us, the 10 components of athleticism equals complete fitness. That's our message. That is how we believe. This is what we're trying to teach you guys today. So, With these 10 components, we had to come up and prioritize certain components over others. We don't believe there's any one more important than the other. We believe in the complete overall system of having all components at once. However, there are certain groups which have to come first. And this is why we created this hierarchy of athletic development with 3 layers: layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, with mental resilience overarching absolutely everything. You can't really define and train mental resilience specifically in training terms. You've got to earn that right. It comes with the things that you do. So layer 1 has balance and coordination, mobility and stability. That is the foundation of your house. That's the foundation of your body. You need this in abundance. You then progress up to layer 2, which is strength and cardiovascular capacity. And then you can go and do the fun stuff of power, agility, endurance, and speed at the top. Most people tend to be out of balance. Most people tend to focus on their strengths. What we're about is training your weaknesses first. We train your weaknesses, bring everything up so you're all working in complete harmony, okay? And this is our hierarchy of athletic development. It's the pyramid system, strong base, build up from the top. Strength and cardiovascular capacity is equally important before we start doing the power, agility, endurance, and speed sections. Everyone with me so far? Is this clear? Does everyone see where I'm going with this? Can everyone create this mental picture? Take a screenshot of this, because this is the framework of how we do everything with our training. Okay? Give me a hands up, a couple of yeses coming in by as well. Just want to make sure you guys are with me here, because the more you guys can see this, understand this, this is where the key to our system is. And I promise you this now, it'll help you think differently when it comes to your own training. Cool. So that's our hierarchy of athletic development. In terms of today's lecture, we're talking about layer 2 strength training. To get to layer 2 strength training, you need to earn the right at layer 1. Okay, that's a separate topic, a separate lecture. We have certain standards for that, but you need to be out of a rookie category that we call, be in like an explorer or pro level before you progress to doing strength training, because it increases your risk of injury, we believe, and it also has the chance of reducing your performance. Okay, that's what we're all about: reducing injury, allowing you to train consistently, and also improving your performance. Okay, and that's key to us. Okay, layer 1 comes first, right? Before we go on to layer 2 and start really training this. You need baselines and standards for each of these things, and we've defined them. Today we're talking about strength, but extremely important. We believe that strength is as equally as important as cardiovascular capacity. Super important, okay? We don't believe in training one over the other. You need both as equal, because the heart is the most important muscle in the body, and you train that differently from standard strength training. Everyone with me? Everyone see where I'm going with this? So, within each of these categories, you have to understand that we have the assessment categories, and they are rookie, explorer, and pro. Okay? For each of these components, we can assign you as a rookie, an explorer, or a pro. You can be a rookie in layer 1, you can be a rookie in layer 2, and you can be a rookie in layer 3. You can also be a pro in layer 1 and a rookie in layer 2. Or you can be a pro in layer 1, explorer in layer 2, and a rookie in layer 3. The point is, the way the system works is that if you're a rookie in layer 1, you're a rookie. That's it. We need to fix that first. If you score explorer or above across the board in layer 1, you can progress to layer 2. If you score explorer and pro above in any of the tests that we do today, you can progress to layer 3. That's the safe category we can work on. The point is, if you score a rookie in any of these layers, you're a rookie in that category. We need to focus on those layers. Okay? This is usually a big day-long topic when we're talking and teaching our instructors how to do this, but the point is, this is the system we use: rookie, explorer, pro. Okay, are you a rookie, are you explorer, are you a pro? This is the categories we're going to talk about later today as we go through. So, as I said before, the goal of the everyday athlete, it is health and longevity. We want to keep doing this as long as we can until we're 80, 90, 100 years plus. This is what our system is all about. And the point of this hierarchy of development, I'm a big Star Wars fan, as you may well see, and have seen in my previous lectures. The point of this table is to bring balance in the force. We want to bring balance in the force in these 10 components, because a lot of people train their strengths, leave their weaknesses, and there's no balance whatsoever. So we're trying to bring balance to the force. Now, what do I mean by this in visual terms? Well, hang on, before I get to that, actually. So before we get to the why we bring the balance, The reason we want to create this balance in the force is because, as Mark Grifkind, a very good friend of mine and worked with him over several years, we want to avoid this tough guy training cycle, okay? Please, please, please do a me, or say something in the chat box if this relates, or if you can relate back to this. A standard format of training is you train hard, you train harder, you train even harder. You get injured, you get frustrated, you give up. Repeat, repeat, repeat over the years. Hands up, who is used to this? Hands up, who has done this? I certainly have, several times over. It's taken me a good 36 years of my life to realize that I shouldn't be doing this, but who here has followed this pattern or seen this pattern over and over again? Trust me, when you get to over the age of 30, you need to think about this. You need to start thinking about this even more, because to get results, you need to train consistently, avoid injury, and have balance in the force. If we haven't got that balance, when we get over 30, we have no room for error. We've got to be really careful with how we train and what we do. So we need to have the balance in the force. And the balance in the force for us is that hierarchy of athletic development and having a solid layer 1 foundation, solid layer 2, and solid layer 3. This is what we need to do to get results, allow us to train consistently and avoid injury, okay? We need balance in the force. So how does this look like in general? So I'm going to give a sweeping generalization, okay? Please do not send me hate mail, okay? This is a sweeping generalization, okay? I'm going to give an example here and just to visualize it and just to hammer home the message where you can think of it, okay? But this is a runner. A runner, when you apply the hierarchy of athletic development as a sweeping generalization, this was what you tend to see. They have an abundance of endurance. Layer 1 is completely lacking. Most runners, if you ask them to stand on one leg and bounce on one leg, they struggle, okay? You ask them to do one of our layer 1 tests, which is stand on one leg, close your eyes and see if you can do it for 15 seconds or more, they struggle. They cannot do it. They're lucky for a couple of seconds. You need a solid layer 1 foundation. You need a solid base layer of layer 2 as well before you start training endurance. However, most runners are focusing on the endurance component because they think, and most people do, to get better at running, you need to keep running. That is true to a point. However, you need balance in the force because how many runners get injured? It's like a crazy stat, like 92% of all runners every year, who are running injure themselves at some point. Well, I'm not saying we can cure the injuries and fix the injuries. What I'm saying is that we can maybe train differently, train smarter. I'm a big fan of running. I think everyone should be able to run a mile. I think everyone should be able to run 10K, but we need to earn the right to be able to do it. But this is a visualization of what you can look at the hierarchy of athletic development for in the case of a runner. Is this making sense? Is everyone with me? Can everyone see? It's hard. Obviously, on these webinars, you can't see people's faces. Please let me know in the chat box. I want to make sure you're with me and can understand where I'm going and painting this picture. Okay? I see Talita says that training cycle, she's done it herself, but also see it consistently in my patients. Yes, we're absolutely right. But please let me know you're with me. Please let me know you can see where we're going with this and just trying to paint this picture of this idea of, we have no balance in the force with certain types of groups of people who are coming with us. If I was using this as an example as a yogi, they'd have a solid foundation in layer 1, maybe not so in layer 2, and certainly not much in layer 3. Similar if they were a dancer, if you have a strength powerlifter, you have an abundance of layer 2 and some power stuff, but they're lacking layer 1. It's just, I'm just giving you a simple example today. This was the first thing that came to mind before I did it. All right, so everyone with me, let's continue. As you can see here, this is what we want the everyday athlete to look like. This is how we want the hierarchy to be, okay? A solid base of layer 1, a solid base of layer 2, a solid base of layer 3, stacked up like this. Just a visual representation of how we would like everyone to be in an ideal world. So we need to earn the right to get it. But we start at layer 1. Layer 1, balance and coordination, mobility, stability. Layer 2, strength and cardio capacity. At layer 3, power, speed, endurance, and agility, with mental resilience overarching everything. Today, we're talking about layer 2, but before we start strength training, we need to make sure we earn the right. You need to earn the right to do it from our layer 1 tests, okay? So, I'm going to take a sip of tea. Any questions so far? Is everyone with me with the basics of what we're talking about today and understand the hierarchy and the system of what we use when we're talking about strength and strength training? All right, got a yes from Rob. Thanks, Rob. Any other hand raisers? Anyone here with me? Talita's with me. Fantastic. All right, Kim, Kevin, awesome. Everyone's with us so far. Please remember, the Q&A box, which is in the middle of your screen, click it. If you've got a question at any time, put it in there, write it in there, and it saves it here as a list. So if you have questions, I can do it these little breaks and go and answer them straight away. But I'm giving you the theory first because it's important. I can tell you certain things that we do, but I'm trying to teach you the fish at the same time so you can apply these philosophies and understand that concept of how we do things. All right? So, good. Everyone's with me. No questions so far. So, there are 3 secrets, I believe, to strength training. Number 1, the 3 essential components for strength training are grip, abs, and glutes. The gag reflex, as we joke and laugh about here behind the scenes. There are 3 essential components for strength training, and they are the glutes, grip, abs, and glutes. Grip, abs, and glutes. That's secret number 1, and we'll dive into that shortly. Secret number 2 is you need to have excellent core strength and movement quality before implementing an effective strength training routine. Very important. Okay, we have high standards for this before we start doing strength training, and this is where the results and success we get is with. We maintain and make sure we enforce these standards. You need to have excellent core strength and movement quality before implementing an effective strength training routine for an everyday athlete. Key. Number 3, golden exercises make you stronger at everything else and cover several different movement patterns at once. I'm going to cover you what we believe are a few of the golden exercises you can start putting in your training plan because they cover so many things. There's these exercises which we keep coming back to, and they're consistent and key for good, solid strength routines for people over the age of 30. Okay? So, as a bonus secret, again, if you stay to the end, you can put up with me, I will share with you a bonus secret as well. But again, that only comes at the very end. Right, so there's 3 secrets plus 1, which I'll tell you at the end. But again, stay with me so you can learn all about it. Will you show secret 1 again, please, so I can screen it? Yes, we will, but there's no bonus secret yet. We'll show the secret 1 right at the very, very end. Okay, Kim? So, no questions so far. Let's dive on in. Oh, hang on. So, secret number 1. The 3 essential components for strength training are grip, abs, and glutes. Who's heard this before? Who's heard this saying before? If you haven't, say no. If you said yes, please say yes. Grip, abs, and glutes. This is the key thing we're talking about when we talk about strength training behind the scenes. Give me some feedback, please. Let's see what's going on. All right, there's a couple of no's. Yes, military idea, great. All right, so grip, abs, and glutes. Key. Think of it like this. You can't build a fire without these essential components. Oxygen, heat, fuel. You just cannot build it, okay? We believe the same philosophy applies to strength training. You need good grip, you need abs, and you need glutes to be working. Without those 3, its strength training is always going to be ineffective at best, and you're never going to achieve your true strength potential. Very important, right? Grip, abs, and glutes. Gag. Think about this. Who here trains their grip? Who here trains their grip? Give me your hands up. Give me a yes. You may inadvertently train your grip, but who here trains your grip? A couple of no's. All right, that's okay. We're going to get into the whys of why you need to train your grip in a second. No, not specifically. All right, cool. So this is important. When we think of these things, grip is a key. And we're going to go through each of these things to understand why we need to do these 3 things. So grip, abs, glutes. Grip, abs, glutes. If you take one thing away from today, think about this. Okay, gag. Grip. Something to think about. Our grip should be as strong as it needs to be in proportion to the rest of our body. Our grip should be as strong as it needs to be in proportion to the rest of our body. When we're 4 years old, this is the case. However, as we get older, we make our grip soft and weak from underuse and repetitive micro movements, such as typing, playing on your phone, all this type of stuff. Our grip becomes weak. Who here thinks they have an imbalance between left and right with their grip strength? I certainly do. My left grip is worse than my right. Okay, and that's constantly I'm trying to train. I'm not saying we train it specifically, but we need to think about this when we're training and the exercises we do to make it better. Okay, so from experience, from what we see, people's grip is extremely weak, and there's definitely imbalances from left and right. Why is that important, do you think? Why is that important? Well, here's some interesting facts about your grip. Okay, some interesting facts about grip. Number one, the hands have a direct neurological connection to the opposite feet. The hands have a direct neurological connection to the opposite feet. The hands have a direct myofascial connection to the opposite knee. And a crushing grip neurologically innervates the shoulder, stabilizes, and sends tension into the all-important lats. The hands, people, are key. They are such a key component. Think of all the nerve endings, the feelings, everything has onto them, okay? The grip is important. It connects to your shoulder. Without a poor grip, you're never going to have your true strength. You're never going to reach your true strength potential because it's such a key thing. But also for living healthily and living not in pain, you need to have good. The better your grip is, the better everything starts to come and dial in. So we need to think about our grip when we're strength training. It's not something we think about when we're doing. We think bench, we think deadlift, we think all these things. Most people's deadlifts, they struggle when they start to go heavier weights, not because their body can't handle it, because their grip is the weakest connection, okay? So we've got to think about having this good, strong grip when we're doing our strength training, and we need to have this at all times. So to be healthy and strong, we need to have this. Are you with me, guys, okay? The grip is important. We don't have to train it specifically on its own. We can create exercises that focus on the grip, but it's very, very important, all right? Next, just asked, do you have references for further reading on the grip discussion? Absolutely. Not with me here today, but there's a whole ton of stuff. If you look at FMS, the functional movement screen, and go to their website, they've got a huge load of research based on this idea of grip. I will see, I haven't got time to pull them out here now, but I will find them and send them later on if you'd like. But yeah, there's a whole load of these things out there. All right, so that's why we need a good, strong grip. It's also the key for tension generation throughout the upper body, okay? It's the key for tension generation throughout the entire upper body. You need tension to be strong, and it starts with your grip, okay, people? It starts with your grip. Now, if you want to learn more about the lines, all these fascia lines, please read any of Thomas Meyer's work on the fascia, on the slings. That's such a key thing. But like, guys, this is what we're talking about. The grip is a key thing for everything that we're doing. And without a good grip, we have all these issues, and it's the key to tension generation throughout the entire upper body. Okay, so abs. Who wants a set of abs like this? Anyone want a set of abs like this, people? Anyone at all? As we move on from grip to glutes, I'd like a set of those. You've got it. Kim says, I've got them. That's awesome. Yeah, me too. Actually, that is me. That is me on the right-hand side there. Anyway, let's talk abs just very quickly, okay? So abs, what is the function of abs, okay? Other than looking good naked. Abs, they are critical in supporting the highly vulnerable lower back. The abs are highly critical in supporting the highly vulnerable lower back. We can go into the science and talk all these wonderful things that abs do, but that's their key function. Okay, it's the key function. Everything comes from the core. Everything comes from the trunk. But one of the key factors of them is they are critical in supporting the highly vulnerable lower back. If you haven't got, Talita says yes, and Thomas Myers did do anatomy trains. That's correct. If you haven't got, so if you're not supporting lower back when you're strength training, guys, you're going to crumble. Okay, you are going to crumble. This is why so many people have bad backs everywhere. Right, people's abs just turn off because they're sitting down. It's a use it or lose it mentality. So we need a good, strong core, a good set of abs to allow us to support the lower back and to allow the body to do its natural function. Right. Again, this is key. right? For tension generation throughout the entire upper body. Please remember that. So we need abs to support the lower back, and also to go with the grip. The abs is needed for for tension generation throughout the entire upper body. Okay, so just touching these things generally, just think about here. We're not going in depth too much, but to think about these principles when you're strength training. Look at those buns, hey? Buns of steel, glutes, whatever you want to call them, we'll refer to them as glutes today. Think about this. If the brain is able to activate the glutes effectively, tension spills over to all surrounding structures. Strong glutes are key to avoiding back injuries and unlocking superior serious strength. If the brain is able to activate the glutes effectively, tension spills over to all surrounding structures. Strong glutes are key to avoiding back injuries and unlocking serious strength. If you want to read more about this, you've got Brett Contreras, who calls himself the glute guy, the glute doctor. Perry Nicholson is another big proponent of talking about this, got a whole load of research. Please understand this. We haven't got time to go into specifically into these things, but think about these principles as we're doing strength training, okay? The grip helps create tension. The abs help us create tension. Glutes allow us to activate. If we activate them glutely, the tension spills over to all surrounding structures. We need strong glutes. We need strong abs. We need strong grip when we're training. What we're finding when we're working with people over the age of 30 is they have a weak grip, they have weak abs, and they have sleepy, non-existent glutes. If you're a trainer out there, or if you experience this with your own training, who here can agree with that? Who's seen this consistently, or who feels that they have maybe a weak grip, or some weak abs, or some sleepy glutes, as we like to call them? Well, the point is, we believe that one of the biggest problems for this is sitting down. Sitting down so much. I'm not saying sitting is new cancer or anything like this, or new smoking. The point is that we believe sitting down in the Western world helps turn all these things off. And what the role of our strength training is as we get older, we need to start focusing on this to get these activated. The glutes, the abs, the grip are key for us when we're strength training, and we have this in the back of our mind whenever we're doing any sort of programming. We test for these things in the exercise we're doing. Okay, that's my rant. This is what I'm talking about today. This is why it's such an important thing to think about. So when you're strength training, no matter what level you are of strength, you need to have these three things in mind. Okay, so any questions so far? There's been a few questions coming in looking for references and stuff, but please bear in mind, I'm trying to get away from the science today, just talk about these ideas in general and go to the more meaty heart of the programming type stuff. So any questions so far as I take another sip of tea and get my voice back? If you're ready to carry on, just give me a thumbs up, another hello in the box. We'll get going. All right, got a raised hand, good to go. All right, okay, cool. So let's get into some fun stuff. Secret number 2. You need to have excellent core strength and movement quality before implementing an effective strength training plan. You need to have excellent core strength and movement quality before implementing an effective strength training plan. This is where we're going to get to our assessments. Okay? Now, people ask us all the time. People ask us all the time when we do our assessments, well, how much do you bench? How much do you deadlift? How much do you back squat? The honest answer is, people, we don't care. We don't care about how much you do any of those 3 things, or any of those lifts at all, because our strength assessments don't include any of them. They include mostly body weight, because we want to make sure you own the foundations of layer 1 first. We will train the squats, we will train the deadlifts, we will train all these patterns, but we need to make sure that our body owns certain things first, and you can prove and demonstrate to us that it's all working together cohesively. Okay? Please remember, when we're doing our strength training, we believe that you should have equal cardiovascular capacity as well as strength. We need a healthy heart, which will improve your strength training in the long run. I promise you this now. Okay? Strength needs to be as equal or equal to your cardiovascular capacity. We see lots of people who are lopsided. They either have stronger in one than the other. What we're trying to do is balance people out along the way, because we do believe you can deadlift 2.5, 3 times body weight, and you can run a mile sub 5.5 minutes. We're seeing it with our guys. We're seeing we can do this. lots of the women are doing, maybe not quite as high deadlift, but the point is we're seeing lots of this all the time. You can do this. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're advocating. Okay. We do not test the bench, the squat, and the deadlift in layer 2. We just do not test it. If you don't own movement quality first, we are not going to test it. We're not going to get you doing these things until you can prove to us and demonstrate it. You have good body mechanics and body awareness. But how do we test, and what are the standards that we use? Well, here's what we test. Now, please, please, please remember, this is layer 2 components we're talking about today. We're not talking about layer 1. We're talking about layer 2. You have to earn the right to get to layer 2. If you don't earn the right at layer 1, we don't give you layer 2. Which is pretty much means you need to do a lot of core strength, you need a lot of mobility, flexibility, balance, and coordination first before we can give you any of those things. So here's what we test. Remember our rules at the start, real, simple results. Some of you may look at these going, well, these are really easy. These are fairly standard. Why haven't you got more specific strength tools? The point is, we want to make them so easy that a 6-year-old can understand them, but they're giving us all the relevant information that we need. So here's what we test. First thing we do from both men and women, we test the flexed arm hang. This is where you get yourself into a good body position above the bar, pronated grip, and hold yourself above the bar, chin above the bar for as long as you possibly can. Shoulders down, shoulders packed, everything down, and see how long you can hold it for. Who here has tried a flexed arm hang before? Who here has tried a flexed arm hang? Or given it a go? Both men and women, because both men and women have to do this test to see what's happening. Okay, give it a go. Cool. Tried, failed miserably, Talita says. Don't worry, it doesn't make you a bad person, Talita. We can help you with that. The point is, we need to see where we're at with this thing. Okay, the flexed arm hang is super important. I'll tell you why at the end, and why it's one of our most important tests. Here's our standards. Here's our standards for both men and women under and over the age of 50. The reason we say to 65 is because once it gets to that sort of age groups, if you're just doing these things anyway, it's fair play to you guys, okay? Then it becomes the coach's eye. You can't really assess and give specific standards. It just depends, okay, on who you work with. But for women aged 50 to 65, if you can do 0 to 5 seconds, you're a rookie. You're just a rookie, okay? 6 to 20 is explorer. Over 20 seconds is pro. Women and men under 50, men aged 50 to 65, 0 to 10 seconds is rookie. 11 to 30 explorer. Over 30 seconds is a pro. Men under 50, 20 seconds rookie. 21 to 50, pro explorer. Over 50 seconds, you're a pro. Okay? This is what we're looking at. These are the standards. This is what we worked with, okay? First of all, who here is a rookie? Don't be shy. Come on, we're all friends here. No one knows who you are on the other side of the world. Who here is a rookie if you think and look at these standards, if you've given it a go? Give us a hands up. Oh, thanks, Talita. Kevin's a rookie. Talita, I'm a rookie. These are our standards. Who here would say they're a pro? Who here is a pro? Anyone here think they can do this for over 50 seconds for men? Over 30 seconds for women? Pro, Kim, awesome, perfect, good. Guys, what I want is a mixture of people here sticking on standards, okay? What I want is a mixture of people. That's fantastic. So anyway, either if you're a pro or a rookie, doesn't make you bad people, okay? This is just our standards of what we want to try and get people to. All right, so there's the flexed arm hang. It's the first assessment that we do. Please screenshot this. Please give us a go. The goal is to stay up there as long as possible, holding there with your shoulders down, chin above the bar. As soon as the chin drops, so your shoulders come up, end of test. Okay, that's the goal. You need to keep your shoulders down. You need to keep your chin above the bar. All right, next test. The pull-up test. Both men and women. Okay, both men and women. The interesting thing about our pull-up test is this. It's 1 rep every 5 seconds, which means you must go from a pull-up above the bar, chest to bar, chin above the bar, come to the dead hang position, start there, and go back up. So you pull up, you come down 3, 4, 5, up, down 3, 4, 5, up. That's the goal. So it's a bit of a hang. It's a bit of a test. It's to prevent kipping and try and keep basic line standards. This is our pull-up test. There must be 1 rep every 5 seconds. You keep going until you can't follow the 5-second rule, or you can't get your chin above the bar, or the bone to the bar, the chest to the bar. Okay, so what are our standards? Women, age 50 to 65, 0 is rookie, 1 or more is a pro. 1 or more is a pro. Women under 50, 0 is rookie, 1 to 2 is explorer, 3 or more equals a pro. That's where we are with standards for women. Standards for men, age 50 to 65, 0 rookie, 1 to 3 explorer, 4 or more pro. Men under 50, 0 to 1 rookie, 2 to 5 explorer, 6 plus equals pro. So, who's a rookie? Who is a rookie in this room? Again, we're all friends. We've already shared already. Who thinks they're a rookie? These are baseline standards for basic tests. Kevin's a rookie. Don't worry, Kevin. You're still a good person. Okay? I can vouch for you. Who here is an explorer? Or a good day is an explorer according to Talita? Aha. That's fantastic. So on a good day, you're an explorer, but you said you're a rookie on the fixed arm hang. We'll get into that reason in a second now, which is fantastic. Of them to explore. Okay, cool, guys. This is just, what we're playing around with, seeing where you're at. These are the standards of tests. Remember, if you're a rookie, you're a rookie, you're a rookie. If you score a rookie in any of these tests, you are a rookie in strength, full stop. Okay? We need to build up your strength levels before we start doing the fun, heavier stuff first. Okay? So, this is our pull-up test. Forearm plank test, shamelessly stolen from Stuart McGill. Okay? This goes for everybody. The forearm plank test. Can you hold a plank forearm plank for 2 minutes? Yes or no? No is a rookie. Yes is explorer. There's not much more we need to say about this. That's all we need to do. Can you hold a plank for 2 minutes? It's a test taken from Stuart McGill. And he says one of the first things we need people to do, Dan John says the same thing as well. So we need to get people holding a plank for 2 minutes. If we can't hold a plank for 2 minutes, then we're just weak in general. We need to build this up. If you can't hold a plank for 2 minutes, you are going to struggle to do push-ups. This is the starting point. Okay, so this is another one of our strength tests. Again, no weights, no deadlifts, no back squats, no barbells, no kettlebells, nothing at all. Basic body weight human movements. This is the test. So, push-up test. 1 T-rep every 5 seconds. So similar to the pull-up test, we're trying to standardize what we're doing with push-ups. So the idea is you start in a plank position, arms down. If you see Phil, our model here, he has arthritis in his wrists from having a broken wrist and several fractured forearms, right? So he has to use his knuckles down here. You can use palms or you can use knuckles, either or. The point is you complete 1 rep to the ground, you extend your arms out to the side, you bring them back, and you extend back up. 1 rep every 5 seconds, okay? Every 5 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? That is the point. We want to see how long, how far you can go maintaining this repertoire. So, if your scapular wing, if one half of your body comes up first before the other, it's a failed rep. End of story. You need the body to come up as one unit. That's the important thing. So here are the standards. Actually, it should be 1 every 3 seconds. My bad. I've just noticed on the slide now it says 5 seconds. It should be 1 every 3 seconds. I just checked here now. So please excuse my mistake here. It's 1 rep every 3 seconds. That's the standard. That's what we're working towards. All right. So here's the standards for women. 0 rookie, age 50, 65. The 1 to 4 explorer, 5 plus pro. Women under 50, 0 to 2. 3 to 7 explorer, 8 plus equals pro. This is where our standards are. Here, remember 1 rep every 3 seconds, not 5 seconds, as it says on the screen. And for men, age 50 over, up to 3 is rookie, 3 to 10 is explorer, 11 plus is pro, men under 50, 0 to 5, 6 to 20, 21 plus equals pro level. Starting with the women, who here are pros? Who here do we have as pros? Or, if you prefer to rather, just say what you think you are in the box here. Pro. Fantastic. Laval says voiceover is too low. I do apologize. I'll try moving my microphone now to see if it gets any better. Please let me know. How is that, Laval? Is that any better, people? My voice? Kim's a pro. Fantastic. Any men pros? Any explorers? Any rookies? Either or, we don't mind. This is just standards that we use and our guidelines on how we do things. All right, cool. Couple of explorers, couple of pros. Good. Explorers are safe to continue. That's what you want. But if you score rookie in any of the tests, what it means is that you're a rookie in strength. And we need to look at these things first to allow us to build an effective strength training program. You have to earn the weight. You have to earn the right to use weight with us. You have to earn the right. These things give us the baseline to prove to us you can own your body weight and you own the movement first based on your layer 1 tests. So that's me. With my sunglasses on in San Diego. This is one of our other strength tests. Just showing the strength test today. We're not showing the cardio tests. The timed box crawl test. The timed box crawl test. What that means is you choose an implement. I use the kettlebell there. The idea is you need to crawl around that object continuously for as long as you possibly can. You go forwards, you go to the side, you go backwards, you go to the side, and can keep going around the object the same direction. Okay, you're going contralateral. So the idea is you are trying to use opposite limbs. You're not trying to do the same side, same side. It's very important. Head up. Your knees cannot touch the floor. As soon as your knees touch the floor or your hips go above your waist or go higher, that's end of test. Here are the standards. Men and women, all ages, under 2 minutes equals rookie, 2 to 4 minutes equals explorer, over 4 minutes equals pro. There is no hiding on this test. No hiding whatsoever. You may get away with some of the push-ups and get some dodgy push-ups, but this tells an awful lot about you guys with how you're moving. This is our standards for strength. Explorer only can start doing weight training. If you're under 2 minutes, it means you're a rookie. Quickly, who thinks who's what? Who's a rookie? Who's a pro? Who's explorer? Who's tried this test before? I'm curious. Explorer, try the test. No idea. Okay, cool. Well, here you go, guys. There's something for you to play around with today. This is one of our strength assessments. A couple of rookies. People expect to be rookies. This is tough. This is tough. But the point is, guys, you need to own the movements. You need to own the strength before you start doing other things. This, my friends, this is the standards we get people towards first before we start doing the funky stuff. This is baseline. This is the fundamentals of human movement and strength that we believe we need to earn and own the right to. Okay? Very, very important. Those are our tests on strength. There are other tests in layer 2. We won't go through them today, but these are our standards. These are the standards you need to try and adhere to be able to reach them. Okay? So, very important, as I said before, if a rookie is achieved through any of the tests, the athlete is a strength rookie. If you score rookie in any of these tests, you are a strength rookie. We need to treat you as such, and therefore you get base level rookie workouts. We've got to build you up. We build you up from the foundations all the way up, similar to the hierarchy of athletic development. This is what we do, people. You earn the right to go to the heavyweights. You earn the right to go to the layer 3 stuff. You need to have these baselines improved. These tests, you may be thinking, oh, they're really easy. We need to do other things. I promise you this now. They're not as easy as it looks. Not as easy as it looks, and it tells us a lot about you and whether you really own the layer 1 foundation movements. That's the purpose of these tests. It's not to, we do care about how much you deadlift and squat and do all these things. We want to help you do all these things. I'm not saying you don't do it. But first, this is our baseline. We want to improve performance long term. We want to make sure you're bulletproofing your body. We want to make sure everything's right first. These are our foundations that we do first and foremost. Okay? So, from all of these tests, let me just move a couple of things on my screen so I can help read them out and talk about here. First, the 2 biggest errors from these tests are as following: the flexed arm hang and the box crawl. The flexed arm hang and the box crawl are the biggest tellers of you and your body from what we're doing on these tests. Okay? Why? Here's why. This is because of the layer 1 and core strength weaknesses. This is mostly due to layer 1 and your core strength weaknesses. Okay? If you don't do well in these tests, I promise you this now, most of it's going to be down to layer 1. We need to go back and revisit layer 1, balance, coordination, mobility, stability. We also need to revisit your core strength. The core is the foundation of everything you do. Grip, abs, glutes. Grip, ab, glutes. We need to look at your core. Trust me, you'll feel your core after doing the box crawl test. I promise you that much. But this is why. So,
Both core strength and a good level of movement ability are necessary for safe and effective training. Are you with me on this? Are you with me as people? Both core strength and a good level of movement ability are necessary for safe and effective strength training. This is what we need to work with. And this is what we're doing. Okay? This is what we're assessing first. I am not going to load you with weights. I'm not going to test your weights until I know you have a good level of core strength and movement ability first. And this is what we're doing in the tests. Very different to what most people do, but this is our rules. This is our standards. This is why we're getting such good results long term. It's a slow process, but trust me, it's fast and effective once you get going. Remember, if your rookie scores achieved, the everyday athlete is a strength rookie. Please remember that. Are you still with me? Are you still with me, people? Are you still talking to me? Please don't think I'm making you bad people. I want to make you perform at your highest level possible, and this is what we're doing with people, and this is what we're trying to help you with today. So you're still with me. Got a few hands raised. So not everyone's left yet, but the point is, this is what we're talking about. So, interpreting some of the results. The flexed arm hang. Okay, the flexed arm hang. Let's look at this first. If you score a rookie, why do you think most people will score a rookie with a flexed arm hang? Well, here's why. Here's why. Weak scapular depression and poor body composition. Weak scapular depression and poor body composition. That's number one. I won't get into the nitty gritty of this because I'm going to carry on. I'm going to run over the 60 minutes today with you guys to make sure I give you as much information as possible. But here's the reasons why, what we're seeing. Weak and restricted scapula in all planes. Weak and restricted scapula in all planes. And third and finally, in most cases of weak and stable scapula is also poor cervical stability. This is what we're seeing. This is what we're assessing. A simple flexed arm hang is telling us all this information about you and your body. I told you, inch wide, mile deep. Inch wide, mile deep. Those are the three most important things that we see. So this is what's telling us about you and your body if you have issues with the flexed arm hang. Now, lots of people can do pull-ups, particularly men, but perform really badly on the flexed arm hang. We see it all the time. They can bang out 5-6 pull-ups. However, put them in the flexed arm hang, they score rookie. They score rookie. And those are the hardest people to work with because we've got to bring them right back and fix all these things first and foremost. Okay? That's what we're seeing with flexed arm hang issues. So, the box score test, rookie results. So, we see high pro performers with push-ups, but we see them having rookie scores in their box crawl. The reason we have the box crawl test and the push-up test is to make sure that you own core strength. What we tend to see is if you score highly on the push-ups and badly on the crawl, your push-up form tends to be terrible. You don't own your push-up. You don't own your push-up, and we're seeing poor scapular stability and poor use of the scapula throughout. So, if you have a poor box crawl test, overall, you have a weak torso. Overall, you have a weak torso. And if this person achieved Explorer Pro with push-ups form generally is not very good. That's what we're seeing. But the point is, poor overall, you have a weak torso. Doesn't make you a bad person. But the point is, we need to make you strong. We need to create that foundation. Grip, abs, glutes. We need to get you strong first. We need to prepare your body to do significant strength training, and this is what we're working towards. Everyone with me so far? I haven't offended anybody for calling them weak, have I? Please don't think I have. What I want to get to you guys, I want to make you superhuman. That's my goal. These are the things we're learning. This is what we're working with behind the scenes. These are the standards we work with. This is what we're seeing. So hopefully you're learning something about this today. So let me go back a slide. Any questions so far before I move on to secret number 3? Any questions so far before I move on to secret number 3? Please, don't feel bad about yourselves. You've not done anything wrong here. We are trying to help you and get you stronger, but something to think about. This is something how we're thinking, how we're progressing before we go on to significant strength training. This is our thought process and the system that we use. Okay? No questions so far from Talita. Thank you, Talita. Anyone else? Or give me a hands up. What's secret number 2? Secret number 2 was the importance of assessments and the testing. Okay, but there'll be a replay if you join us late, and we'll go back here through it afterwards to recap. Okay. All right. Hands raised. Secret number 3. Golden exercises make you stronger. And everything else and covers several different movement patterns at once. Golden exercises. What do I mean by golden exercises? I've done lots of courses in education in my life. I've learned several different moves, but by talking to some of the best and biggest and brightest names out there, when you speak to them, there are certain exercises in strength training that everybody tends to do consistently, and they're always present in some of the programs. Now, I can give you, we got a whole list of them and go through them, but I'm going to give you 5 for each different level of Rookie Explorer Pro that you can think about and start including in part of your strength training plan, and a couple of things that you may not have thought about before. So here are some rookie golden movements that you can start throwing into your training, start throwing into your program. Rookie golden movements. Number 1, remember, if you're a rookie in strength, we're not going to load you with this function. We're not going to load you up with here. You need to master things first. So for those like kettlebells, shoe Turkish get-ups, something in your hand, maybe a paper cup full of water, whatever you want to have, okay? Turkish get-ups with something, an object in your hand, is a golden movement for beginners. Think about people, or think about yourself. If you're struggling with weight or anything, getting up and down the floor is very, very hard. So adding something on the hand, it's tough. It can be tough. So if you're slightly overweight at the moment, or if you're working with somebody who is slightly overweight and needs help with strength, shoe Turkish get-ups are super safe and a great exercise to do. That's a golden movement. Half kneeling windmills. Again, body weight with something, a slight object with a light kettlebell or the kettlebell. Half kneeling windmills, they're fantastic. One of these golden movements, they open up everything. Part of the hinge family, they open up your thoracic. It's just a great shoulder stabilizer. It's fantastic stuff. So half knee windmills are great. Hanging scapular circles. Remember those who struggle with flexed arm hang? Hanging scap circles are great to start developing your scapular stability and start moving everything around. That's hanging from the bar, just rolling your shoulders and getting your scaps working fantastically. Great tool, great exercise. Half kneelings, bottoms up press. Grab a kettlebell. Go on your knee on one knee. Okay? Use a kettlebell in one hand and start pressing above your head. That works your grip, abs, and glutes all at the same time. What a wonderful exercise. Half kneeling kettlebell bottoms up presses will fire up your grip, your abs, and your glutes like no tomorrow. Give it a go. And of course, a baby leopard crawl. Baby leopard crawl is very simply 6 points of contact on the floor. Okay? Not your knees off the floor. That's a leopard crawl. Baby leopard crawl is with all 6 points on the floor and you're moving around. If you think that's too easy, trust me, try crawling for 5 minutes like that and come back and tell me tomorrow how you're feeling. So those are just 5 examples of rookie golden movements you can throw into your strength training program for certain levels. These are for rookies. These are people who haven't earned the right yet to start doing proper strength training. What about explorers? What about explorers? All right. Rob, have you lost audio? Can you still hear me? Give me a thumbs up, people, if you can hear me, please. Back now. Fantastic. Just give me a thumbs up and let me know if you can hear me. Cool. Good. Anything like that happens, guys, let me know. Anyway, explorers. Golden moves, explorers. Loaded carries. The cook drill. Hell, man. What a wonderful exercise. Dumbbells. Ideally, we use a kettlebell in this case, but loaded carry. Farmer's walk. Rack carry. Overhead carry, keep on going, switch sides. What a great golden movement. It's one of the best activation drills, strength building drills that we know of. Throw those into your workouts. Standing windmills. Again, look at it doing for your shoulders, looking how you're moving, hip hinge, rotation. It's brilliant, okay? Standing windmills with kettlebells or any other object. One arm, one leg planks. That'll get your core fired up, absolutely 100%. Suitcase deadlifts. Crushing grip suitcase deadlifts. You're working the opposite side. You're working your glutes. What a wonderful golden movement. Okay. And finally, heavy single arm kettlebell swings. If you're a guy, grab a 48 kilo, start doing heavy one arm swings. What a great tool. Ladies, 24, 32 kilo, depending on what you are. But these are examples of golden movements you need to have in your workouts consistently all the time. Okay, I'm not saying do all these things at once. I'll give you an example of a strength training plan later on, but here's an example of what you can put together. Okay, and then for pros, here's pros. Pros, I've seen a question come in. I'll answer it in a second from Alina. Pros, golden movements. Here we go. Overhead squat, both barbell and one single kettlebell. Overhead squats. That'll tell you where your stability, mobility, and everything else in between is. What a wonderful exercise. The bench press, rotation, flexibility, strength. Oh, bench press is the top of the food chain stuff. This is for pro level people, okay, guys? This is for pro level people who own their movements, own their strength. One arm, one leg push-ups, top of the push family for us. Top of the push family, along with Olympic lifts. Offset front squats. Offset front squats. Please think about this for a second. With a barbell, or ideally double kettlebells. Men grab a 32, grab a 24, always have 8 kilo difference. Women grab a 16, grab a 12, or grab a 20, grab a 12. I tell you this much. You try and do these, come back and tell me how your abs feel the next day. That is one of the quickest way to get these moving and get your abs and everything firing up. Offset front squats. Try it with a barbell. Just load up 20 one side, 15 on the other, give it a quick go. Whatever you want to do, guys, try these things. Play around with offset stuff. Offset barbell suitcase deadlifts. We love suitcase barbell deadlifts. I'll tell you this much now, it's one of the best things you can do for your deadlift. Get a barbell, load it up. If you get the pro level, try offset. Again, put a 20 kilo one side, 15 kilo on the other. Tell me how your grip is. Tell me how your abs feel. Tell me everything that you're doing. That is one of the fastest golden movements that get you stronger than anything else I've seen. Trust me on this. This is how we program things together. But how many sets and reps? You've had, let me just go through very quickly. So you've seen this here. Take a screenshot if you've seen these pro movements. Think about these. Talita's asked, what is the bench press? It's an old-time strongman move, Talita. It's hard to show it without pictures and images on here now. If you Google it, you'll see loads of pictures of how you do it, and there's loads of how-to things. Phil McDougall's written a book as well about how to bench press. It's great. It's wonderful. The best thing is to look at it and how you can see it on YouTube. That's probably the easiest and fastest way for now. Okay, so those are examples of some golden movements. There are some other golden movements, but I'm not going to go and just give you death by PowerPoint today. Those are the best examples that we use. Okay, so, but how many sets and reps? People always do. People always ask us how many sets and reps. Well, here's a general standard from what we do. Okay, rookies in their strength training plans, we always do 3 to 5 sets of 8 to 10 reps generally. This is generally, it's a sweeping generalization, but on the general rule of thumb, this is what we do. Rookies, 3 to 5 sets, 8 to 10 reps. Why? Because they need to own the movement first. We don't really care about the strength. They need to own the movements first and own their skill sets. It's about skill development as opposed to strength building. That's key. 3 to 5 sets, 8 to 10 reps. Explorers and pros, we work with 4 to 6 sets, 3 to 5 reps generally. 4 to 6 sets, 3 to 5 reps generally. If you're working to 1 rep max stuff, then we lower it down to 1 to 3 reps, depending on what we're doing. But as a general rule of thumb, if you're working with explorers, we do 4 to 6 sets of something in the 3 to 5 rep range. Everyone with me so far? Those are examples of movements. These are some of the sets and reps and how we put things together and how our thought process is when we do these things. Give me a hands up, give me a thumbs up as I take a quick drink. Let me know you're still with me. All right. Cool. All right, cool, wonderful. Fantastic. So you're still with me. It's the other question we get when we put these things together. Do you test your 1 rep max? I'm going to put this out, guys, out to you now, guys. Do you think we should test 1 rep max? I won't tell you your answer. I won't tell you what we think, but do you think we should test it? Kevin says no. Who else has got thoughts? No. Lots of no's. Any other yeses? Please don't be afraid. You know, we encourage healthy debate here. There's never a wrong or right solution. We say this is what we believe, what we think. You feel free to disagree with us any time. But the point is, we want healthy debate. We want to make things better. But for the sake of today and what we generally think about, we tend to go no. We don't really test 1 rep max. We think for an everyday athlete, it's quite dangerous unless you have strict routines or strict criteria around you when you're training. It's it can lead to injuries. It can lead to this focus of this one rep mentality of absolute power and strength. So we don't really do it. We don't really believe in it. We see there's a purpose for it for certain things, and we get in competition and how you do things with competition. But overall rule of thumb, trying to avoid injury and get stronger long term, we tend to go no. Here's what we do instead. For pros, for pro level everyday athletes only, we test the 5 rep max. Partly because also what we see with a lot of people is some people, their 1 rep max tends to be the same as their 5 rep max. Phil McDougall, who works with us, is one of those good examples. For pros, we see Phil is 1 rep max is exactly the same as 5 rep max. No matter what he does, his muscles and fibers work in a specific way, but we test 5 rep max at pro level only. What that means is you must be a pro in layer 1, you must be a pro in layer 2, and you must have the movements first, dial down the first 2 layers before we even start looking at these things. Now, as a little gateway secret to layer 3 testing, what we test is we test the overhead single arm kettlebell squat, the overhead squat for rep max for 5. We also test the barbell suitcase deadlift for 5 reps. Those are our tests at the higher end, okay? But they are for pro level athletes and everyday athletes only. Why? Because you need to earn the right first, okay? So putting it all together, I appreciate I'm going over a little bit, okay? Is everyone okay with hanging around for another 10, 15 more minutes? This is the first time I put this presentation together online. I'm going over a little bit. Is that okay with you guys? You're not going to lose. I'm not going to lose you. You're still with me. Is that all right? Everyone here enjoying it so far? Everyone feel they're learning something? Everyone finding this useful? Please let me know. Just tell a yes or tell me to shut up now and I'll go to bed. Only joking, guys. I'm enjoying this anyway. We'll have this up saved no matter what. Cool. I'm going to go over. Putting this all together. When we're putting our workouts together, no matter when it comes to strength training, anything else we do, we follow the laws of all workouts. The laws of all workouts dictate what a training session is going to look like. This is what you do. First of all, we lubricate. We then activate. Then comes the workout. Then comes the stretch. A 60-minute session could look like this. 10 minutes of lubrication, 10 minutes of activation, 30 minutes of workout, 10 minutes stretch. It can differ, but that's just a rough 60-minute guide, okay? It's a rough 60-minute guide of how we do things. That's our laws of all workouts. We lubricate, activate, workout, stretch. Lubricate, activate, workout, stretch, okay? So here is an example of an Explorer strength program. Here is an example of an Explorer strength program. And we're going to go through this. The reason I give an Explorer strength program is because I want to try and fit in the middle. I'm not going to give you loads of programs today. I'm going to rather focus on one that's in the middle because I think a lot of people will be in this mid-range that you're working with. So an Explorer strength program could look like this. Part A is we're lubricating up. Again, we're looking at the 60 minutes, okay? Looking at a 60-minute focus. So the first 10 minutes, we're going to look at lubricating the joints. We're going to bring every joint that's possible that we can do to its end range of motion, certain things here. So that could mean, T-spine work, hip work, ankle mobility work, and a variety of other little things we want to do. But lubricate the joints is the key thing. Part B is the activate work. Now, for this strength program, we're going to use the Cook drill as an activation, 10 minutes of Cook drill. For a lot of people, this will be the workout. This will be the workout, okay? Because this is harder than it looks. Someone try and grab a heavy or good decent sized kettlebell and try this for 10 minutes and let me know how your grip, your abs and your glutes feel at the end. Well, less so glutes, but the point is, this is what we're activating. We're activating the right muscles for the following workout. Who wants to see what the workout is? Anyone? Only one person? What's going on? Come on, people, who wants to see the workout? Yes, all right, there we go. That's more like it. So here is a sample workout you can put together. Part C, a strength pyramid. This is a mixture of a suitcase deadlift, ideally barbell, but you can use a kettlebell with a kettlebell get up or a dumbbell get up. The workout is this: 1-1 each side. Each side, 1-1 refers to each side, left and right. Left and right get up, left and right suitcase deadlift, 1 rep. Then you go 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, 3-3, 4-4, 5-5, all the way up to 5-5. So let me say it again. You go from 1-1 or up to 5-5. Then you go back down to 1. That is your workout. That's a simple strength training pyramid for people who need to work on strength. You take no more than 60 seconds rest between rounds. If all reps are successful, next week add load. Otherwise, continue this workout until you can reach 5-5 comfortably. Are you with me in this? Do you understand where we're going with this simple style of program? Who's taking screenshots and writing this down? Who's going to give this a go? All right, Kim's taking a hand. Elena's raised their hand. This is just a simple explorer style strength program that I want to give to you and show you how you work with things. I promise you this now. You do this once a week, twice a week, you'll get stronger. If you're an explorer, remember, you need to earn the right to become an explorer. Okay, you need to be an explorer pro in layer 1 before you get to this. You also need to be out of the rookie category to be able to do this. Very, very important. There's an example of what you can do. Does this look simple? Does it look easy? I mean, easy to implement, not easy to do. Who here would like to give this a go? Or who here is going to give this a go? Well, if you do, please let me know. I want to see how you guys get on. But here's just a sample of how we think and how we put things together. So lubricate, activate. The activation depends on what you're doing in the main workout section. For here, we're doing suitcase deadlifts. So therefore, we want to activate the obliques. We're going to get the grip fired up and ready to go. So that's why we're using the cook drill in this example. Okay? So if you want to add something else into it and see what we do and how we think and put workouts together, part D, we'll be doing a bit of cardiovascular capacity because you could be a rookie on cardio. So we do some basic rowing. We do some rowing with you, and then we'll stretch at the very end. Remember, we're doing cardio is as equally important as strength. So I'm not going to let you get away with that, okay? But the focus here is a strength building program. This is how we put a program together, but still focusing on all 10 components of athleticism. Everyone's still with me. Who here has learned something so far? Who likes this idea of this form of how we put things together? This is just an insight of what we're doing and how we bring all these things together. All right, cool. So please take a screenshot. Save this. We haven't shared this with anyone else in the world, just with you guys on our webinar here tonight. But just please save this and give us a go if you're an explorer. Who's got questions so far? Who's got questions so far? I'm here. Please use me as much as possible. But anyone questions so far? Or would you want to know the secret, the other secret to strength training, the other bonus strength training to seeing results? Last chance before questions, or we move on. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to move on. Just wave your hand like you just don't care. Raise your hand. All right. There we go. People are raising hands. There we go. No questions. Dying to know the bonus secret. Dying to know the bonus secret. Here we go. So before we dive into the bonus secret, let's recap very quickly. My goal today was to share the 3 essential components of strength training. Can everyone remember the 3 essential components of strength training? What is it? Someone say very quickly in the chat box. What is it? The 3 components? I'm going to hold on here until someone says it. Gag. Here we go. Grip, abs, glutes. Fantastic. Gag. Fantastic. If that's one thing you take away today and tell your friends, grip, flutes, abs. I like that. Grip, flutes, abs. There we go. The gag reflex. There we go. 3 essential components. I shared with you the Strength Matters Layer 2 strength assessments. I shared with the Layer 2 strength assessments. So you've seen some of them. You've taken some of the ideas away. You may even give them a go to see where you're at. But those are the Strength Matters Layer 2 assessments. The other one was, I'm going to show you an example of how you put the perfect strength training plan together for everyday people. I share with you an example of a explorer type strength workout. Here is the bonus secret. Talita, this is for you and everybody else who's listening. This is the bonus secret. You may have seen this before if you worked with me, but accountability is the key to long-term health and fitness success. That should be health and fitness success. Accountability is the key to long-term health and fitness success. This is huge, people. This is absolutely huge. If you don't have accountability, you never reach your goals. You never reach your targets as fast as you would do if you had that accountability. So the point is, this is as said by Thomas S. Monson, when performance is measured, performance improves. When performance is measured and reported, the rate of improvement accelerates. Take a screenshot of this. Have this framed somewhere. Think about this. This is so important, guys. Any strength training plan, anything will work for you guys for 6 weeks. I promise this. But if you're accountable, you're going to accelerate so much, right? You'll be so much more motivated, okay? So accountability is the key to all. I can tell you all it's wonderful programming, but accountability is still the most fundamental thing that you need when it comes to training, okay? Harvard Review says you can increase your chances of success by up to 85% by just doing these 3 things when it comes to accountability, okay? Just these 3 things. These are the Harvard Review's secrets to success. Super simple, okay? Remember my real simple results? This is as simple as it gets. Hire a coach. Number 1 secret to success, according to Harvard Business Review. Hire a coach. Everybody needs a coach. Do you think all the top soccer players in the World Cup need a coach? Absolutely. Tiger Woods, when he's at his prime, needed a coach. LeBron James, they all have coaches. All the top people from business to fitness, they all have coaches, okay? That's super, super important. Here's a question for you guys now out there. Someone said in our groups the other week, and said it to me and said to lots of other people, is, do you believe in the concept of personal training? Do you physically believe in the concept of personal training? Everyone said yes. Personal training works because there's accountability, because of your coach being there, telling you what to do, taking your training out and make sure you train your weaknesses. Then the question comes is, do you have a personal trainer? I just think about it a second. There's something that Dan John said to me many years ago, and it's something I always have. My training is always referred at. I do not do my own training. Phil McDougall does my training for me. It's very important because I need to be accountable to make sure I train my weaknesses, not just my strengths. Okay, so this is the first thing. Think about this for a second. Do you believe in personal training? If that's a yes, do you have a personal trainer? Yes or no? Think about it, okay? Hire a coach, number 1 secret success. Number 2, according to Harvard Business Review, is be part of a like-minded community working towards the same goals. Be part of a like-minded community working towards the same goals. And number 3 is report and measure your performance. Report and measure your performance, okay? It's exactly what we do at Strength Runners. It's exactly what we do, and this is why the results we get is like what we do. We hold people accountable, we make them do this, and we measure and report success as part of a like-minded community. So, let me ask you a quick question. Let me ask you all a quick question. If you apply these 3 secrets and the bonus secret today, do you think you could be successful too with your strength training routine? Please let me know in the chat box. Let me know, raise your hands, do something. If you apply these 3 secrets, do you think you can be successful too? Hell yes, yes, totally. Look, it's so important, people. Raised hands from everybody. So, if you apply these 3 secrets, you think you can be successful too, fantastic. Tell me who's excited about what we just learned today. We're just wrapping up things in a second, but who's excited about what we've learned today? Who's going to apply some of these things? Who's thinking slightly differently about it? Who's excited? All right, Talita's got yes. Kim's raising their hand. Hell yes, all round. Got an okay sign from Kevin. That's awesome, okay? So we're all feeling excited. Who's feeling a little overwhelmed? Who's feeling a little overwhelmed with everything we've shared with today? Thinking, oh my God, there's so much information going on. Kevin says a smidge. Anyone else feeling slightly overwhelmed? I know I am sometimes, most of the time when I learn something new. Anyone else feeling like that way or just excited? Either way, don't worry, because I've just given you a tip of the iceberg. I've been just pouring, it's like from a fire hose, okay? You've been drinking from a fire hose for the last hour and a quarter, hour and a half, okay? I totally get that. I've given you lots of new ideas, concepts, and thoughts to think about. It's going to take a while to settle in. But so if you are feeling overwhelmed, don't worry about it. Just think about the exciting bits you've learned and think about one thing you can take away from today, okay? So if it's okay with you guys, let me share something with you guys. Who thinks they might need a little bit of extra help putting all this together? Who thinks they might need a little bit of extra help putting all this together? Anyone here in the group? couple of hands. Fantastic. Couple of with lots of hands coming up and waving at me. Okay, well, with your permission, if it's okay with you guys, I have a little special offer for you guys listening and sharing all this with you guys today. I have a little special offer with you guys today. Is it okay that I share it with you? Okay, is it okay that I share a special offer with you guys today and learn about it here from everything I've shared with you today? Is it okay? Is it okay with you guys? Give me a raised hand. Give me a little yes. Lena says yes. Kevin says yes. Rob says yes. Okay, well, thank you very much with your permission. I hope you've enjoyed today. So, this is what I do with people who actually watch the webinar live and come on with me to learn what's going on, okay? I would invite you for a free 30-minute coaching call with me personally to learn more about the Strength Matters personalized coaching programs. Okay, it's 100% free, not charging, not high sales pitch at all. If you want to learn about more about what we do and the results we get, I'm inviting you to come on a call with me for free for 30 minutes. You can speak with me, not my team members, which are normally. For those who are listening to the webinar today, they can jump on with me. All you need to do is go to strengthmatters.com/free-consultation. I'll share that link in a second, and book on with a time to speak with me directly. And I'll learn about you, your health and fitness goals. I'll tell you about what we do and see if we are potentially a right fit for how we do things. Okay, not a high pressure sales pitch call, just a fact finding mission, so I can learn more about you, find out more about how you're training at the moment, maybe share some ideas and concepts, and you can just learn more about us. It's important to do those things. Now, you know, this is what we're going to do. We're going to see if you would like to work with us, have a coach and see what we're doing with. We need to see if we're a right fit. And that's the whole purpose of it, guys. So I'm not going to do a high sales pressure pitch. This is free. There's something I'd like to offer you guys. And if you're those who've listened to me today, you're more than welcome to chat with me personally one-on-one for 30 minutes. Now, these are some of the people we are working with, okay? This is Lydia, single mum, who's in the mid-30s. This is what she has to say. There's a video out at the moment on the YouTube channel that she's done. It's about a 10-minute video showing her successes. She's now ripped. Okay, she's absolutely ripped as a single mom, which is fantastic. Epic story. And she found ways of getting around training by bringing her gym to her backyard. It's awesome. She's got like a monkey bars and everything set up here. That's her with her son Max at the moment at home. And here's John. He's in his mid-late 40s doing a Spartan race. Here's what he has to say about what we do. But the point is, guys, that we're doing this with training people. We're working with coaches all over the world, sharing with us. We're working with some big brand names and companies. And we want to work and help with you guys too. So if you'd like to come and speak to me and learn more about what we do, please go to strengthmatters.com/free consultation. And I'll be looking forward to speaking to you. I'll put the link in the message box right now so you can check it out directly. And hopefully I'll get to see what you're doing soon. So we put this in the chat box, free-consultation. Let's see who's going to be the first to book on and go from there. Now, while we're waiting, who's got questions about what we talked about today? Who wants to share about what they've learned today? And who wants to ask some more questions about putting certain things together? I'd love to know and help you guys more. Please use my time here now. While some of you may be waiting, trying to book on to get on to the consultation, please let me know your questions. I'm here to help them. I know Elena's asked, how I only got screenshots of 4 of the tests, but I have a feeling I missed one. What I'll do is I will go back through. You can go through this video at the end, Alina, and go through it here now. This will be available on YouTube straight away in the next 5 to 10 minutes once we finish the call. Okay, and be able to go through then. So go to our YouTube channel. The video will be immediately relevant now, and we'll send you a link via email in the next couple of hours too. Okay, hope that's okay. So I see one of you is already booked on. I can't see who it is at the moment, but somebody's already booked on for the consultation with me tomorrow. Thank you very much. So I look forward to speaking with, who am I speaking with tomorrow? I'm speaking with Dave. I'm speaking with Dave tomorrow. Awesome. Thanks, Dave. I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Who else am I going to speak to as soon as I possibly can? I'd love to speak to you guys to help things out. Also, I'd love to speak with you and help you with your questions now. Use me now, guys. I'm here for the next couple of minutes. If you don't ask your questions now, I'll be forever hold your peace. Or who's trying to book on, who can't book on with me? Please talk away, guys. Please let me help you in any way possible. Otherwise, there'll be a complete sound of silence for the next couple of minutes. It's always those uncomfortable silences as well. Oh, my tea's gone cold now, but I kind of like cold fruit tea. Anyone else here like cold fruit tea? Oh, Christy just signed on. Hey, Christy. Look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Oh, it's Thursday. I'm speaking with you on Thursday. I always ask as well, what was the one thing you guys learned from today's webinar? What's the one thing you've taken away from today's webinar that you're going to apply straight away? What was the one thing that changed and opened your mind to something different? What was the one thing that you think, I'm going to give that a go? Let me know in the chat box, people. Let me know in the chat box. I want to hear what the one thing that you've learned today is that's going to make a difference with your training come tomorrow, or maybe even straight away today. Who's going to try some of the tests out today? It's gone very quiet in the chat box. Maybe some of you are just trying to book on with your consult, or maybe there's a few things going on, but let me know, guys. I'd love to know how I can help you right now, right here today. All right, Kevin's booked on. Hey, Kevin, thanks for booking on, man. Kevin asks how to start on grip. How to start on grip training. He's also put down, if it's you, Kevin, that you put on here now, not to be a rookie. I'm going to say shout out with everyone because that made me laugh a little bit when I saw that in the comments thing. How to start on grip training. It depends on where we're at. Okay, Kevin, it really depends on where we're at and what we're doing. I don't say specifically go for specific grip training. That's a pro level type thing if we really want to be specific. But there are certain exercises that we can start doing straight away. For example, single arm carries, suitcase carries, suitcase deadlifts are very, very good. Barbell suitcase deadlifts, they're very good grip things. Flexed arm hangs, hanging from something. They're all wonderful things. Now, if you want to train something in your spare time, the Captains of Crush grippers you can buy for about $5, $10. You can do them and just play around at home when you're watching TV. They do help. And they're very good, but that's more of like a fun thing to do in your spare time to have lying around. So if you get bored, squeeze and crush the grip like that. But actually in exercises, single arm work, such as suitcase deadlifts, carries, those types of things. Hope that answers your question. Anyone else got any questions? Or who's got more questions? You're welcome, Kevin. No problem at all. Look forward to speaking to you on Thursday. That looks thanks. Look forward to it. All right, who else got questions here? Who else is trying to do stuff? Please make the most of me. I'm not going anywhere yet. I am going to New York this weekend for our level 2 certification. So I won't be around for this weekend, but please make the most of me now. I love doing this. I want to help answer your questions. I've been helping people all weekend in Munich. I loved every minute of it, and I want to help you guys now. What questions do you have in regards to strength training? All I need to do, I'll give you a hug, a virtual hug, to say it's okay. You don't have to be a rookie, because you're not bad people. You're great people who attended today. So let me know, people. Any questions? Who's here wants to know more? How can I help you guys? What's going on? Who is struggling to book on maybe on the call with me? Again, free, completely free. No high pitch, just learn to know more about what we do, how we do things, and if we can potentially help you. I'd love to help you, because remember, everyone needs a coach. We'd love to coach you. All right, Elena signed up for a call. Fantastic. Oh, Talita, don't worry, Talita. I'd love to speak to you some more. Don't worry about the internet. We'll get you sorted. If you can, try from your phone. Links, same. If you go to strengthmatters.com and click on enroll now from your phone, if you've got 3G or 4G, that might work as well, if that helps. All right, Lena, I look forward to speaking next week. Oh, from Australia, fantastic. And .au email address, fantastic. Who else can I speak to? Who else can I help with? Who else wants to learn things? Or here's some ideas for those who are still on with me. Who would like to suggest some ideas for future webinar topics? Who would like to suggest some ideas for future webinar topics? Because I love doing these things. We're going to try and do more of these things at least every fortnight, if not try and do them once a week. What else would you guys like to learn in the future? We have so many ideas and stuff, but what do you specifically want to do? What can we help you guys with? Again, that's our goal. That's our mission. Mandy says flexibility. Oh, that's a great one. Fantastic. Yeah, we can happily talk about that. Flexibility. There you go. What else we got? Who else wants to learn something? Who else has got questions today? Talita, I hope you're okay in getting everything booked on. I hope it's all okay your end. I'd love to speak with you tomorrow. If you can't, just let me know. We'll try and find another solution to do it. But hopefully the internet will start working. Okay, so okay, great. Good luck with your phone, Talita. Hopefully you'll get it sorted soon. So if there's no more questions, no more suggestions, I'm going to slowly start to wrap this up. I really hope you've enjoyed it. For those who are listening online and live on YouTube or here on the webinar, I really hope you've enjoyed it. This webinar will be made available, so you guys can replay it over the next 3 days. And you'll have access to that. If you are a part of Strength Matters HQ, you'll have lifetime access to this. So please bear in mind that also. So for the next 3 days, you'll have this. I'm glad some of you really enjoyed it. If not, I do apologize. I'll try and do better for next time. But as I say here in Wales, ciao for now, as they say in Llandau. Thank you so much for your time. I've had a pleasure and a blast sharing with you guys today. And more importantly, I'm going to have fun speaking with you guys in person over one of the calls. So if you haven't booked in, book in now. And I'll look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon. So have a good night. Speak to you all very soon, people.